guys, Tatiana Gauthier here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I wanted to come to you with an update on my weight loss journey. I did it, guys. I bit the bullet. In my last video, I talked to you guys about gaining all of my weight back after stopping semaglutide. I no longer have the insurance that I once had. My insurance will not cover semaglutide, so I had to go and just make the decision to go buy it on my own. And I'm going to a med spa to get weekly injections of a compound semaglutide. Now, what does a compound mean? It basically means it's a knockoff. It's not name brand. And I want to read to you some paperwork that was given to me by the med spa that I'm going to. It says semaglutide, Wegovy, Ozempic, tirzepatide. So I guess tirzepatide is different than semaglutide? I don't know. Let's see. All right, it starts semaglutide and tirzepatide are medications that were originally developed for patients with type 2 diabetes, but when providers and pharmaceutical developers noticed how much weight their patients were losing, they began to study them exclusively for weight loss. These treatments increase insulin production. Oh my goodness, I think my sugar just went up. So corny. Hi, dear. Okay, sorry. These treatments increase insulin production, decrease glucagon, glucagon synthesis, glucagon synthesis, delay gastric emptying, and suppress hunger. It signals your brain that you're full, so you could lose weight without feeling like you are depriving yourself. I can say that being someone who's been on semaglutide, that is true. What you can expect when you're on semaglutide is to not feel hungry. It looks like they charge two different prices for semaglutide versus tirzepatide. So a different price for Wegovy, Ozempic versus tirzepatide, which I'm learning is Mounjaro. It looks like the Mounjaro knockoff is more expensive. I don't know. Is that because it works better? Google says the major difference between the two medications is that Ozempic only mimics the GLP-1 hormone, while tirzepatide mimics both the GLP-1 hormone and another metabolic hormone called GIP. This has shown to be highly effective for weight loss, and it may even provide fewer side effects than semaglutide. So I guess that makes sense why it would be more expensive. I had success with semaglutide, so I'm going to stick, and also very few symptoms or side effects, so I chose to stick with semaglutide. Now, it was explained to me when I was like, what is the difference between the compound semaglutide and the actual? It was explained to me that there is no difference. If you Google it, it'll tell you that some of the compounded knockoff semaglutides contain what they say is a salt from the active ingredient of Ozempic. I don't even know what that means, but I was pretty clear with my doctor's office that it is literally the same as semaglutide. I know people who have taken compound semaglutide and had great success with zero side effects, so that's why I felt confident. I checked around, I got with a reputable doctor, and I feel good about the choice to take an off-brand. So what happened initially was that I had to go get blood work. I explained this in my last video. And then I went in, I talked with the doctors, I asked all my questions, and they were like, well, you have done this before, so there's not really a whole lot to go over with you. But they were willing to answer any questions that I had, and they administered the shot right there. And they explained to me that I had the option to inject myself, take home a month dosage, and administer it each week myself, or I could come back to them once a week. Now, my girlfriend who took it before the compound version, she would take them home every week and administer it herself. And I'm asking the doctor, like, why would I come back here every week if I could take it home? And they said, because we only give you one strength. Now, the thing about the semaglutide, and with my experience with Wegovy, was that every single month I would get 4 pens at one dosage, and I would administer 4 different dosages of the same dose throughout that month. It was explained to me by this doctor's office that if I come in after 1 week and say 0 side effects, also don't really feel like it was strong enough because my cravings are still there, whatever, they can up the dosage right away. I like this because I don't have to stay at the same dosage for a full month. And that will be the case for my next injection. So they started me at a 0.3 dosage, which when you start with Wegovy, you start with 0.25, I think. So it's a little bit more that they started me with, but I really didn't feel a whole lot. I'm still hungry, like I've been hungry. I don't know if it's psychological. I feel like I might get full faster and not as eager to eat so soon after a meal. Like usually I eat and within like 10 minutes I'm hungry again. So there might be a little bit of something going on. It also might just be psychological. I don't know. But I definitely feel confident that I can move up to the next dosage or a little bit more next week. That's something that I'll have to clarify for you. I don't think that they would move me up a whole dosage, but maybe just a little bit more. So with this experience, you get to customize it a little bit more, I guess. And the expectations say, while the exact number of pounds lost varies by individuals. This is from my doctor, by the way. It says patients lose on average 2 pounds a week. It's Saturday. I took the first shot on Tuesday. I doubt that I will have lost 2 pounds. Shoot, I might even have gained 2 pounds. We'll see. I'm staying far away from a scale. It's way too expensive to just continue taking it month after month and paying for it month after month. I just need to lose something and get in the gym. And I'm trying to get through the holidays and not gain even more pounds, because if I gain more weight, I'm going to be like close to 300 pounds, and I can't. The paperwork they discharged me with, or let me leave with, said a lot about, it encourages of downloading MyFitnessPal. It says the recommended do's and don'ts are get MyFitnessPal, drink plenty of fluid, exercise most days of the week, get plenty of sleep, all the things that you should do anyway. And the don'ts, the first thing is don't obsess over the scale. We will track your weight weekly at your weekly appointments. Don't drink alcohol. Alcohol is an empty calorie source and can slow metabolism. Don't starve yourself. Remind yourself that eating small, frequent meals will prevent your metabolism from slowing down. Oh, also with this, every other shot, they give you a B12 shot, which, if you recall from my previous videos when I was taking Wegovy, my doctor really didn't explain a whole lot about it. So after he prescribed it, I didn't even know what it was. And if you haven't been on this journey with me, I encourage you to go back and watch my playlist so that you can see my start from jump. I'm now starting all over again, but there's a lot of information in those very first videos when I first lost the weight using semaglutide, because I went down the rabbit hole. It was new, people weren't really talking about it, and so I had to just be on Reddit and just reading all kinds of things. And something that I learned along the way was that you're really should be taking B12 vitamins. So it's cool that they're giving B12 injections. That's included in the cost of taking it from this place. I think I've heard that with compound places. I have a girlfriend who has a girlfriend who lives out in Washington State, and I know that she was getting B12 shots because they do say that it can make you tired. In my last video, I talked to you guys about using Care Credit, which, you know, that's not an ad. I'm not like saying that because I'm getting some kind of kickback for that. It's not at all. Those people don't even know I exist. But it was explained to me from my doctor's office that if you get Care Credit, which is like a medical credit card, if you apply for Care Credit on their website and you get approved, you could find an office that has or that accepts Care Credit, and you could put the purchase on that card and have 1 year to pay it off interest free. So I bought a bunch of weeks right up front, and it'll probably be the only purchase that I make, honestly, and just try to get my weight down and get it in check and be in the gym regularly and get through the holidays, and then I'll just go from there, see where I'm at with it. So yeah, I'll be interested to show you guys or tell you how the B12 shot works, and also which dosage I move up into when I go in this week and I'm like, yeah, it didn't really do anything for me. So yeah, I am back at ground zero here, and I am just hoping for the same results that I had last time, and maybe even quicker, because I don't have to take the 4 pens at the same dose. I can move up a little bit quicker if I'm feeling comfortable. Really, what I'm trying to do is get my weight down so that I can get a regular period again, because I have PCOS. And when my weight's out of control, my PCOS is out of control, and I'm not ovulating, and I'm not having a period. I haven't had a real period in a few months. Hopefully I can get my weight down, keep it down, and then maybe, hopefully, God willing, get pregnant. Yeah, that's the biggest goal here. That's why I'm putting out the money. That's why I'm just trying. So did you guys ever take a compound drug, a compound semaglutide? How did that go for you? What was your experience going outside of insurance and paying out of pocket and going to a med spa like I'm doing? Also, I got questions for you guys about gallstone flushes. I see so many things. That's part of the reason, if you don't know my journey, why I stopped taking semaglutide, and my insurance stopped covering it, why my doctor stopped prescribing it. I developed gallstones from rapid weight loss. I don't want that to happen again. I didn't get my gallbladder removed. So it's an alternative practice, but it seems to be very effective, and a lot of people have done it, made TikToks about it, made videos about it. I had a friend that told me about it, and she'd done it herself, and she'd experienced great success with flushing gallstones. Have you guys done that before? What was your experience? What method did you use? I'd love to hear in the comments about that, because that's something that I have to do right away. I would appreciate any and all insight. You know, I'm not one of those people who doesn't believe in medicine or doesn't believe in science. I know that there is certainly a whole lot of indisputable facts, but I also know that there's two sides to every coin, I guess. I know just from talking about my gallstone issues, so many people in my comments are like, don't let them remove your gallbladder. I've heard of this gallstone flush, and it wasn't until I had a girlfriend, a very close girlfriend, who I spoke with about it, and she was like, no, I've done this, and it really is effective. You know, sometimes it just takes somebody you know saying something to you. And I've heard horror stories about people who have gotten their gallbladder removed. People in my comments, I don't know anybody, but I've heard a lot of bad things about people who have had their gallbladders removed, and comments just stating, like, don't do it. Anyway, love to hear from you guys. I will probably be back in a week to let you know, like, how this thing is really going. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do like this video, subscribe to this channel, and comment below on what content you'd like to see. Thanks, guys. Bye.